This is on teaching the Baha'i faith. So we give the message to people that the promised one has come. His name is Baha'u'llah. He came to confirm the same spiritual truths of all religions, but is updating the social laws for these times. And then we go into the social laws for these times, the equality of men and women, the elimination of racial prejudice, the need for universal language that we can all, auxiliary language that we can all speak, the need for an international tribunal to adjudicate international difficulties and conflicts, the need for universal compulsory education, and so forth. That is what I'm going to refer to as message teaching. We're giving the message. Very effective, very necessary to give the message. But there's a second type that I'm going to call magnetic teaching, and I borrowed the word magnetic from a quote from Shoghi Effendi, where he says, that which will attract the masses into the faith is the love and unity between the Baha'is. The love and unity between the Baha'is is the magnet which above all else will attract the masses into the faith. And he goes on to basically paraphrasing it to say that the teachings, however wonderful, unless it's mirrored forth in the Baha'i community, will not do that. It's the love and unity between the Baha'is. So what's being said here is that the relationship between Baha'is ourselves, that's a magnet. That's the teaching instrument, is our relationship. To the extent that we're unified, that's going to draw people in. And to the extent we're not, then they're not going to be drawn in. And people can sense, there's a cohesion, there's a love. So to have that unity, there's two, from a psychological point of view, there's really two dimensions. One is to remove any estrangements, teaching together, praying. But sometimes you just have to talk about it or go to the assembly, which has a unific function, to attempt to unify. And then the other side of it is to express the love that's there, expressing the love between one another in a Baha'i manner, within the appropriate boundaries, expressing the love. Abdu'l-Baha says it must be as if a thirsty one meets his beloved in the desert, or finds water in the desert. It's that intense. And Abdu'l-Baha says also, if there's a slightest estrangement, there'll be darkness upon darkness. So really we need to remove any estrangements. It's an ongoing process, of course, and then express the love that's there. So I'm calling this magnetic teaching based on the word that the Guardian had in that quote. So there's message teaching, where we give the message, so we do both simultaneously. Give the message and develop our relationship, because the relationship itself is a magnet attracting people into our faith.